lovely world. So, I was looking at a memory I had posted about on Facebook about a year ago, and I feel like I need to talk about this today because I haven't talked about this subject in a very long time, and it's important that I do. Look, I know I'm not the most confident person on this planet. I know I'm not the most loving person of myself on this planet. But I need to learn to grow. And sure, there's a lot of things that I could do or should do to make myself better than I am right now. And that's interesting because, look, I wish I was more confident in myself. I do. And everyone wants me to be more confident in who I am and what I do on a daily basis. And I am confident to an extent, but I'm not like super confident in myself. And I don't mean like super confident as in cocky or anything like that. I mean, I'm not, as confident in myself talking to women or talking to people who have, been there for me since the very beginning. And I need to start doing that not only for myself, but for the entire world. Because if I'm not confident in myself and if I don't love myself, how am I going to be confident when I'm, talking to someone that could possibly potentially be a great friend and I'm not saying I want a girlfriend. So don't twist this in a way where it says I want a girlfriend. Look, I love women. Everyone on this planet knows how much I love women on a daily basis because I talk about it so much on this channel. But maybe like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years down the road, I will want a girlfriend. But as of right now, I don't. Confidence goes a long way towards talking to a woman. Self-love and self-appreciation goes a long way in making that confidence happen. And I have not done any of those things in my life. I have not been a person who's loved himself so much that, and not to, sound overconfident or underconfident. It's just, self-love is the most important thing that anyone can ask for right now. Loving yourself is what's the key to a great relationship. And I'm not saying I can speak from experience, but the most, how can you love someone else if you don't love yourself first and foremost? I've said that quote many a times on this channel. And I've said it's not my quote to say. Someone else said it before me, and someone else said it before him or her, and so forth. It goes back a long way. Self-appreciation is also another thing that I don't really have. I mean, sure, I do love myself to an extent, but I don't fully love myself. And it's not just because of the gut. It's because of other things that I've done that have, not been the best situation. And it just sucks. Because every single person on this planet, before they love another human being, whether it's a woman for me, or if it's a guy for someone else, that's great, or if it's a woman for another woman, that's also great. Look, I'm not saying you have to love yourself, but you should. Because and appreciating yourself is also a key factor in making your life better. Making your life the best possible life you want to live. And for me right now, I don't appreciate myself enough. I don't love myself enough to practice what I preach. And sometimes I preach a lot of different things. But I want to focus on self-love and self-appreciation in this video. Because if you don't appreciate how you look or don't appreciate what you have, you're not going to get anywhere in life. And I should be preaching this to myself mostly. And if you don't love yourself, how can you possibly love someone else just as much as you love yourself? because those two things go hand in hand to me. Because, look, I know I have gained a little bit of weight. I've gained way too much weight. And I don't appreciate myself because of the way I look. And I know if this were, another story, another year, another life, I may not have that, I may have that self-appreciation and I may have that self-love towards myself. But right now, at this present time, in this present life, I don't have those two things to the full of its ability. And I need to focus on appreciating myself more and not eating so much junk and crap that I should not be eating, and loving myself more and more than I have been in the past. And that's the first step to bettering my life. To doing something that needs to be done. And it all starts right here in the stomach and in my gut. Because if I gain any more weight, I'm going to have problems with my heart. I'm going to have problems with my brain. And it's not the most ideal situation, and I don't want that to happen. I want to be able to, walk, maybe even prance into my death. Whenever that happens, like when I turn 90 and stuff. But you can't do that, or I can't do that unless I appreciate myself and love myself more than ever before. And it's going to be a journey to do those two things. And I know there's a fine line between craziness and non-craziness. And I don't want you guys to think that I want to be like this super cocky, super muscular guy. That is not what I'm saying at all. I want to, not weigh 200 pounds. I want to weigh like 150 or 145 and maintain that. Now I know that means I have to work out and stuff like that. But it's also about what I eat. Because if I eat too much junk food, I'm going to have heart disease before I know it. And I'm going to have, heart problems where my heart skips a beat and I'm going to have a slow heartbeat and stuff like that. And I don't want that. And that goes into self-appreciation. Because self-appreciation is the most important thing besides self-love that anyone could do or anyone can ask for. That's what you guys need to take away from today's video. Is that it's not just about, how much I weigh or stuff like that. It's about what comes later in life that could ruin my life because I weigh too much. Or my heart doesn't work as well as it should. And my brain doesn't work as well as it should. And that's the problem with me. Is that my stomach has grown way too much. And it's because I eat too many Cheetos. I eat too many cookies. Or I eat too many quesadillas. Or, I eat too many sandwiches. Or I eat too much popcorn. That's what the problem is for me. It's that I eat all this bad stuff for me when I shouldn't be doing that. And that's why I gained so much weight. And the weight is a problem for me. It's a problem that runs in my family. And it needs to stop. Or I need to take a step back and appreciate what I could look like. And not what I look like now. And I'm not saying it's about, what society wants. It's about what I want. And what I want is not to look like, my dad or my uncles or even someone who had a lot of weight on them and in my family. Because that could lead to so many bad things later on in life when I'm 60 or 70 or 80 or even 90. I want to be the best damn version of myself. And right now, it just doesn't seem that way. And this goes back to confidence. I don't have that confidence that I should have. I don't have that self-love that I should have for myself. I don't have that self-appreciation for myself. It's because of the way I look. And I'm not saying it's what society wants for me. It's what I want for me. And what I want for me is that I look the best I can for myself. I do things that way I want them to be done. And right now, that is not the case at all. And I need to work on myself before I can, so let the world see what I look like. The better version of me. With that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing 2020. You have the best damn birthday you can possibly have. And practice self-love, self-appreciation, and work on your confidence levels every single day. It doesn't have to be just in the mirror, looking in the mirror and visualizing what you can be, but doing it for not only for yourself, but not doing it for someone else, but doing it mostly for yourself. So I will see you tomorrow for a brand spanking new vlog. Y'all know the drill. Keep real. Bye-bye.